¿Por qué? ¿Mi hermana?
Sí, tu hermana. Le di una hemorragia.
¿Perro?
No, gato.
Pero el gato bueno.
Oh. ¿Tienes a alguien? A ver.
Mira.
¡Qué grande!
¡Pero mi hermana!
¡Pero qué grande! Vete. Adiós.
Perro.
It's the Dean's Room, where I see you and you see me. The Dean's Room, where we spillin' all that tea. The Dean's Room, where we talking all that goss. The Dean's Room, but you know that I'm the boss.
Hola a todos, it is your favorite tia and your favorite dean, Hiliana Perez. And welcome to another episode of The Dean's Room. Tonight, I have a very special guest. I know you can see him. I know he's right next to me. And no, you cannot have him. Why? Because he is here at The Dean's Room, you stupid! So my guest tonight is the one and only Isaac Ismael! Yay! How are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I am wonderful. I am honestly just being... Actually, I'll tell you how I am. I'm feeling this drink already. So let me tell you, now that I've introduced our guest for tonight, I just want to let you know that I am introducing a new drink into the Dean's Room. Mangosita.
Mangosita.
Which is a spicy tamarind vodka with some mango soda, some chamoy, and tajin, and a little bit of lime juice. And special treat, there's some chamoy and tajin gummy bears right at the bottom, waiting for you right when you're done with the drink. So, what do you think? Do you like it?
It is really delicious. Like, you guys, you have to get the tamarind flavor Smirnoff. It is top notch.
It is so good. And there's a rim. My baby rimmed it for me.
Good long rim.
Oh yeah, it was a good rim. Very long rim. So we have the chamoy and the tajin on there, and it's so good. So you just gotta lick it. And then take a sip. So Isaac, I heard that you currently are a 3 title holder.
I am. I currently have 3 titles at the moment.
Okay, that was like the most like humble, modest reaction to that. You're like, yep, me,
What?
3 titles.
What do you want me to be like?
Hey, I mean,
That's what the kids are ready for. They're going to be like, Hiliana, I got 3 of them. Pulling them out like credit cards that I don't have.
Listen, I feel you. I only did 1 pageant. No, 3 pageants actually,
Yeah,
right? It was
I was-
3. It was three pageants in the last couple of years, and that was quite a bit.
And
so I feel you.
How was that for you?
I mean, I enjoyed the experience. I actually grew a lot throughout that time frame and learned a lot about my drag and how to really polish it. So I appreciated that aspect of it, is that I grew a lot and learned from it. However, it was so expensive. So expensive.
This shit's expensive.
Yes. So pageantry.
Yes.
We are crazy enough. Well, I'm no longer crazy enough to do it because I am no longer doing pageants. But you have 3 titles.
I do.
What are those 3 titles? Tell us more about your pageantry experience.
3 titles. I am your current Mr. Bosco's. I am, yes, local bar, Columbus, Ohio here. We love them. I am your current Mr. Ohio Red Ribbon, which both of those titles are actually the very first Mr.
Yeah.
Just have to shout those out
So
there.
you're gonna be making history.
I am the inaugural Mr. Bosco's and the inaugural Mr. Ohio Red
You better
Ribbon,
be
I
making
like to
history,
say.
first of all.
Yes, we have to. We have to represent here.
50 years down the line, they're gonna say Isaac Ismael was the very first.
Oh,
Is it right?
I'll be
That sound amazing?
42. Like, that's
You better do that quick math.
Yes,
Oh, I
it's
wish I could.
And you too can be 42.
Yes.
And I am also your Mr. Gay Great Lakes America, which I am very, very proud of as well.
Oh my God. Yeah, it was. Oh my God. Because talking about America, because I know that you made it to top 3 at Mr. Gay America.
I did. So yeah, so
So humble, but yet
Sorry,
again, top 3.
It was a humbling experience. You have to understand. So going to Vegas and competing against some of the best in the country is something that so many people take for granted. I think being out here and they're in their local bar and scene and have their friends there, but when it's just you in front of a panel of 5 different highly qualified, highly esteemed judges, you're just, woo, it's rough. But I was so grateful to be where I was placed in the top 3. Definitely going back this year. So
making it for the actual title, huh?
You know, this year is the year of 3.
Okay.
So a lot of things this year have been coming in 3 for me. What episode was this?
This is episode 3.
You know what? Another 3, you guys. This is crazy. I have 3 titles. This will be my 3rd year going back to America. This is the 3rd episode of Drag Master.
Hey.
I mean,
it's meant to be.
I love it. The cosmos are set.
Yes. That is a good drink, by the way. This isn't a cosmos.
Insert cocktail.
So, 3 titles. Now, tell me, how do you manage the responsibilities of 3 titles? Y'all, that's like 3 different jobs that you have to take care of, because you're representing a system, right? So you have to put out the word, you have to, work on, hand downs and all of that. So
yes.
Tell me about that.
So for me, I think if we're doing this as a business, as an entertainer, everything should be a business, no matter how you take it on, no matter how you approach it. So I don't look at it necessarily as having many different hats. I look at Isaac as just going into a job, and he's representing all of these brands. Now, each one individually has its subsects, and for that reason, I can go and navigate my way through certain national system versus community-based versus local and bar title, which is why I can obtain 3 at the same time.
Exactly, because there are stipulations, y'all, for when it comes to pageantry. Yes. Like there are some systems like you can't be reigning of anything at the moment, or certain types of titles, or at certain levels.
So I had to really make sure which ones I wanted to do for that reason to better myself and also better the brand for male entertainers across the board, especially in Ohio and Columbus, Ohio.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
I love that. Okay. See, I have not had the chance to see you compete yet. I have not had that great opportunity, but one day I will. So I would be so excited for that.
Yeah.
So I am so proud of all of the accomplishments that you have with the 3 titles.
Stop it,
and I can't wait to see how your hand downs go, because I'm sure they're going to be amazing.
That means
knowing you.
Stop it. Thank you. Like you said, it's a lot of work, and you're still, but it's what we love to do, right?
Exactly. It's what we love to do. I did not know that you sang until I heard you sing at Miss Gay Ohio America.
Really?
Yes.
Back in November, right?
Yeah, that was back in November. And y'all, I had no idea that he sang, and he could sing.
Stop.
Sing. It's really good. So, tell me, how did you like even like did you always knew that you could sing like as a child, or like is your family like very musically inclined, or how did singing come into your life?
So I've always been artistic.
Okay.
I've always been that left side of the brain, creative. But I started singing in like middle school esque. I went to a church that the school was connected to it, so I started
Okay.
singing there. Pentecostal, so very
Okay.
non like.
I'll drink to that,
I did not
Pentecostal.
sing. We sung. If that, so,
More technical, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so there's more
we
training.
sung. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, so I missed that element, which I wish I had gotten of singing. But life happens, and I just always stuck with it. And I went to high school, went to a school of the arts in Dayton, Ohio for that. Stivers, shout out Duncan.
Hey.
And after that, went to Wright State and studied vocal performance. So I actually studied opera there. So that's where I got like a lot of my core training, and that was what I really wanted to do. I wanted to be on Broadway. I wanted to perform, and life happens, and so I got into the workforce. I got into health and community and things of that nature, and then drag came about, of course, too. Shout out
Yeah.
to Dre Rez. So that really brought me into that field. And so I thought, oh, I know performing. I know how to do this stuff. I got this. No, it's so different.
So
It's
different.
so different. If you ask any theater kid who switches over into drag, which majority of us are, it's not the same. And so tell your friends, trust me. But it taught me so much, and I
Uh-huh.
learned so much from that. And so it's unfortunate that I don't sing as much as I love and used to do, because that's my true passion, is being a singer. But I know when to use it. And so in pageantry, that's been my MO. I
That's
mean, out
smart.
of 22 guys last year, I was the number one prelim talent winner.
Hey, listen,
So
listen.
yeah,
I honestly, it was gorgeous. Like your
thank you.
voice. Like I did not realize it was you because I didn't know you were performing. And when I like went up to the backstage areas, you know how they had like the back screen or whatever, and then back there was like a little walkway or whatever. I was back there. I'm like, wait, who's on stage? I'm like, who was that singing? And I peeked over the curtain. I was like, it was you. I was like, oh, so he could sing. Holding out on a bitch.
Cause that was
Cute.
that the my way.
Yeah.
I think
Uh huh.
with the
Yeah.
Frank
It was.
Sinatra,
It
a
was. It
little
was.
French.
Oh my gosh.
Stop. That was actually my prelim talent. So
Really?
yeah,
It.
final night talent too,
Well,
but
no
that was my
wonder.
talent.
Okay.
So, but
Oh my god,
thank
it was
you.
great singer, such a great vocalist, and I can see where you're saying about how you came up with like the technical and all of that, because when it comes to like gospel church and that type of upbringing, it's very structured,
Yeah, it
because y'all
was.
gotta sound good,
It
because y'all gotta
was.
sound good,
It
and
was.
yeah,
Mm.
let's drink to that. Cheers,
On that
cheers, a
note,
little cheers, cheers, cheers. Um. So, the fact that you sing and the fact that my husband is basically a producer
oh,
and a singer songwriter himself, he does have his equipment and all of that. So, if you ever want to, record something,
I had no idea.
uh huh,
So now that I do know,
uh huh.
hey cameraman, how's it going?
Yeah, he goes by the name of Augie Stacks. So,
Augie snacks.
Stacks. I mean, he is a
Stacks.
snack.
I was like, wait a minute, whoa.
Oh, I
Talk
mean, he
about
must snack.
advertisement.
He must snack. But yeah, Augie Stacks.
Augie
Because
Stacks.
his thing is stacking voices, so.
I love a good correlation.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm here.
Yeah, so hit him
We can
up.
talk.
And
Okay.
anyone watching, if y'all want some music produced or something like that, hit up Augie Stacks on Instagram. Are you on Facebook, Poppy? On Facebook. Are you on Twitter? On Twitter, on Spotify, Augie
Don't.
Stacks, on Tidal, Apple Music, wherever you stream, it's Augie Stacks. So there you go. The viewers want to know, what is your only? No, I'm just kidding.
The only thing I have is not an OnlyFans, okay?
No. So, as entertainers that also live a regular life of like a day job and all of that, because you have a day job,
I
right?
do.
Right, you have a day job. So, there's a lot of room for us to get into those like weird spaces in our head or into funks or just kind of like out of energy, you know? How do you get yourself out of that whenever you get to that point?
Woo. So that's definitely a heavy question because it's real. I
Mm-hmm.
think we all face it. I think we all deal with it. Is that sometimes I don't want to get out of bed in the morning. You know, I'm just like, leave me here, please. But what gets me up and what gets me out of the bed and wanting to do more is that I know whether I realize it or not, I still make a difference.
Okay.
It could be a good difference, it could be a bad difference, but I still make a difference somehow in somebody's life, and there's total, to me, a belief in the butterfly effect. So whatever you do transitions to somewhere else, and I'm a firm believer in karma too. So
Mm-hmm.
what I like to do is surround myself with positivity. I like hip and pop music, hip hop definitely. Just gets me going, more motivated. So I like to surround myself with positive things, and I think that will reflect on the world.
When it comes to being in a depressive mode or kind of like in a funk, it's super real, like you said. It's very real, especially when it comes to entertainers. Us creatives, listen, y'all, we need a lot of help.
Yeah.
Okay? Because only the people that are creative like we are kind of fucked up. We're all a little fucked up. That's the truth, right? And we kind of just have to face that. And I think that surrounding yourself by positive energy allows to really overcome the negative that may come at you. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
Um, so I completely agree. I totally agree. So, y'all, if you feel like there is some negative energy, negative person, negative entity, negative activity, something that does a disservice to your life, to your current waking life, get rid of that shit. It's not worth it. Talking to you.
Ooh.
It ain't worth it. Okay? So surround yourself with positiveness. That's a word I'm making up.
Positiveness.
Hey, positiveness. And just try to push forward, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of all we can do.
Oh shit. Okay.
Okay, we got this. We got this. We got this. We got this. Okay. I'm not giving birth.
Lamad's over
Right.
here. Damn it. Damn it.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah. Isaac. Isaac Ismael.
Yes.
Mr. Three title holder. Mr. Ah, I can't. So this past Monday, we had episode 3 of the Drag Master. It was the challenge is basically parent child, right? So
Right.
the student had to be either the parent or the child, and the runway would have to be in correlation with the challenge itself. And the challenge was to kind of just show the dynamic of the parent and the child, and as well as the runway can show a different type of dynamic, right?
See, now I thought that each drag master was the parent while they're brought on with the child. So they could have alternated as
They
such?
could have, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Most did the parent, and then the
Yeah.
child, and then a couple did siblings.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then the dress code was, well, like I said, was part of that. So we did have some of the contestants wear the same outfits that they wore in the dress code as they had in the challenge.
Yeah.
And then also for this week, we switched the category. So typically we start off with the class assignment, and then we do the dress code. And then this past week, we went ahead and started with the dress code and then did the class assignment because of the fact that they could have the same outfits.
Right.
So we wanted them to kind of show us the look first before getting it all hot and sweaty after
Exactly.
the number. So yeah, and you were there.
I was. I loved it.
It was such a great. During the episode, I just want to say, this season has blown the other two seasons out of the water, to be honest. Everyone has been mentioning it. Everyone has been talking about how great and talented this season is and how like out of the box they are. And also on the back end, logistically, they all listen. They all pay attention. They all like listen and follow direction well. Like they all send in their music labeled how it's supposed to be labeled right before the cutoff time. Like I'm just so proud of the season. I'm so proud of this class.
I think that's, first of all, that is kudos to show to you guys what change has happened in the past 3 seasons and how much you guys have educated and shown these kids how to do it and what to bring, and their own creativity is like exploding. And I saw it that night. I thought it was so creative. There were so many good things, so many great moments that I was very, very happy to witness. And so, yeah.
I did hear a lot of feedback from people on Facebook and through messages and in person that this by far has been the best episode of Drag Master. Okay. And I was like, okay, yeah. I'll take that. Shit, I'll take it. So, with that being said, for you in the challenge and both dress code, either combined or separately, who were your standouts?
There were a lot of highs. There were a lot of highs to me. Trying to reminisce. Of course, I have to give huge kudos to Anonymous, who, of course, are winner of the episode.
Yes.
They looked phenomenal. It was so fashion. It was so high forward. It was so drag.
Oh my God.
And that, I think, is what you all are looking for. Mm-hmm. Somebody who can contain and control all of those elements, and they exuded that perfectly within the challenge. But to me, the look, everybody wanted that look.
Oh my gosh,
top notch. They also understood the assignment of making sure that they held the family resemblance, of course, in the face as well too, in painting. I also enjoyed, we did also have Madam Woods. Mm-hmm. I thoroughly enjoyed theirs as well too. I thought it was so sweet, so campy, but at the same time too, it brought that loving element that we all enjoy of drag. So I would have enjoyed a heel, Madam, but that's just
okay.
Me.
Listen, I agree, Madam. I should have asked you what shoes you were gonna wear.
I would have enjoyed a character nude shoe, Mama. That would have gotten
like at least like a little baby heel. You know,
borrow Bariana's. It's okay. You can borrow hers, and it would have worked.
Don't come for my baby Bariana.
She's my niece, and she loves me, and I hope she's watching this. So subscribe.
Oh, she is.
All the kids. So.
But yeah, so Madam, next time, make sure to wear a little bit of a heel. Even if it's like 1.5 inch. Maybe make it 2 inches.
The sandals made it definitely stage. The heels would make it drag.
Yes.
And that's all
That is
they're
a really good
looking for.
critique.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
And for a lot of the girls, I think that's a big thing to remember. Sometimes glitz makes it stage worthy, but we're wanting also drag element to it too, which is just
adding that extra
little bit of creative uniqueness, nerve, and
What was that?
talent.
The little.
Je ne sais quoi. Yeah.
Love it. Any other standouts for you other than
who-
Anonymous and Madam?
Who else did we have as well too that I thoroughly enjoyed? Of course, I gotta give kudos to Cinder Blocks. I definitely enjoyed them. I really liked as well too Rulin.
Yes.
I thoroughly
oh my
enjoyed
God.
them as well too. I thought they did very well. I definitely thought it was more sibling because they were twinsies at the moment.
Yes.
But the concept connected when you had the voiceover, it was
Oh my God. Okay,
very
but
very good.
the fact that they used, because the whole concept with Rulin Morg's number was that they won most spookiest woman of the year award, right? And then Rulin has a twin sister,
her
daughter, and the daughter ends up being the actual winner, and so they're fighting for that award. And the song
was Call Me.
Was Call Me. They're like, call me as the winner. Yes. No, not her. Call me. So it was just funny.
I love that.
That was so camp.
I loved it, which makes me want to bring back. I would have loved that also from Madam. Maybe one other song element versus the Golden Girls theme song.
Yeah.
I did hear in the audience somebody would have said, "Call Me Mother" by RuPaul.
Yeah.
If it would have switched to that.
That would have been really cute.
That would have
zung
the money. But top 3, baby, you did it. You did it. Jack, I love them so much. They did a phenomenal job.
Yes.
At first, I thought it was Whitney and Bobby. But, or Bobby Christina, Bobby Christina. But I thoroughly loved it. I thought it was phenomenal. And kudos to having your mom there. That meant so much just to see that and to know that you have a mom who is out here 100% having your back. That is something that I think we all are aspiring to have, those who don't have that. So thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mom, for that moment as well, too.
Yes. Like, honestly, thank you to all the moms that support their children like that.
There were a couple out there.
Yes, it was Rulin Morg and her mom.
Yeah.
And then it was Jack and her mom. And I think that was it.
But
still
phenomenal. Like, thank you for all, the supporting parents out there. Yes. So we love
you.
Also enjoyed the concept of LSD.
Okay.
I really thought that they understood the assignment. I don't know if it's necessarily in the fact of the performance. I think the song missed the mark, but I loved how everything looked the same, but yet so different. I mean, she's named after a drug, and her daughter's a punk rocker while she's Stepford Housewife. So I thought they really understood that, and so I thoroughly enjoyed them as well too.
I was gonna say that I enjoyed LSD's concept as well.
Yeah.
But I would have appreciated a little bit more. I don't know, more fine tuning of the details with the 50s, right?
Yes.
If we're gonna do a 50s type of housewife, let's do the silhouette of a 50s housewife.
If we're gonna go mod, let's go mod all the way.
Right. So if you're gonna
what I mean?
Stick with one type of concept.
Exactly.
I always say this every single time.
Marsha.
Yeah, no.
Up in here.
No, please, no. But definitely, so think of those structures, right? And then if you're gonna go with that, so what would punk be like in that era, right?
Right.
So try that. There's different little details that you can go above and beyond. And Ellis, you understand it because they are getting the critiques as they give them to them. They take them and they learn from them. And I'm noticing that, and I love that about you, Ellis. But start thinking a little bit more above that, a little bit elevated outside of the box. When you think of one detail as how it normally is, flip it around. How does that detail look like? The opposite. You can try to find different,
Yeah.
out of the box ways to do things that way. So yeah, I agree with you.
Especially for my method actors out there, I know a lot of you guys are. There's a character behind there. You just gotta show it in simple form.
Exactly.
Spoon feed it. Sometimes it's easier than you think. So
It really is. Sometimes it really is. Maybe you got to take some LSD.
or
A mangosita.
Mangosita.
Hey,
Salud.
salud, mama. So tell me, who were the contestants that were not so much of a standout for you, that there were a lot of opportunity for polishedness or for growth there?
I did agree with a lot of what the judges agreed
Okay.
on. I definitely thought, just going down in my memory of a list, Luminous Magic, I definitely think could have done more to incorporate the overall challenge of family resemblance. I think that was
Okay.
missing a lot. Um, I enjoyed the effects of the number with the lights to utilize obviously for Pikachu and Vulpix. I thought that was super super cute. So maybe you could have incorporated more of that element in the look versus the prop as well too. I think that may
Hmm.
have may have helped. I also definitely thought Godiva, I thought was in the bottom for just not, well, one, I thought that there was not a family resemblance. I understood obviously the fact of having
Yeah.
a pimp daddy. I get that. But I think that was the line that we teetered a little too far. So, but I enjoyed the fun that you had on stage as well too. I think that showed as well too. If you know what I mean, girl. But and so I don't know if I agreed with Arita being in the bottom though.
I agree with that.
Okay,
I
so let's just.
okay.
I
So
don't agree.
let's touch that. Let's touch that real quick
Okay.
because both AJ and I, as soon as Arita came out for the runway, I was like, okay, I get it. Goddess daughter, blah blah blah. It's cute.
Mm-hmm.
We get it. Not super out of the box, but it was put together. There was nails, there was cohesion with the looks, there was cohesion with the makeup. Like there was cohesion there.
Right.
Then we saw the talent. We saw the number, and I was like, "That is cute." Okay, she is teaching her how to
It
walk
had a
with
concept.
the concept. There was a story there. There
Yes.
was thought behind it. So we were like, both AJ and I were like, "Oh, she's gonna be either safer in the top, safer in the top, safer in the top."
Yes.
Critiques happened, and I was like, "A riptide."
That. Oh. Well.
A riptide.
Yeah. I disagree
When there were
completely.
multiple other people that had rip tights that were a little bit more noticeable, but it was not mentioned. So, like, like it was kind of like,
So then the lip sync happened. So she did you choose not to give it her all?
right? I mean, yeah, that's true.
Did that I feel like sometimes in that moment too, when you get hit with a hard like no,
You
where
kind of
you weren't
like,
expecting it, you weren't prepared.
right?
You
Yeah.
should always be prepared, kids. Always be prepared. You
Because if
never know
you
what's
stay
gonna happen.
ready, you ain't gotta get ready.
Although my one big critique too, you're so soft and gorgeous. Your daughter should have been so soft and gorgeous as well too. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I'm glad that we both agree with at
Yeah,
least
I mean,
that.
I will have to say that the bottom for me, the bottom three, although Luminous Magic had, so I don't know if you know, so what happened was that their original partner that they've been practicing with for a couple months now, literally on Sunday, they passed out and hit their head and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Luminous had to somehow figure out a new partner, get that new partner to learn all the lyrics, to learn all the placements, to learn the choreography and everything that was planned out within
Right.
24 hours.
Wow.
So I understand all of that, but what was presented to the judges is what is judged.
Not only that, but the assignment was to at least have
Hmm.
resemblance. A
Yeah,
look could
which,
have been cohesive.
yeah, I do agree a little bit there. So I understood why Luminous was in the bottom. I understood why
Right.
Godiva was in the bottom because although it was like the Pimp Daddy, which I love that fucking idea, bitch. Like that was
The
great.
concept
I
was,
loved it. Like I love the concept. I would have taken it as susceptible to be honest because it was like, it's a Pimp Daddy's daddy and.
yeah,
But I will say that it was lacking that fine tuning of like knowing the marks and the place of every single thing that you're gonna do. I feel like there was a lot of improv in there, and I just wanted to see a little bit more choreography,
yeah.
right? To kind of just like make sure that it was something that was put together of production value.
Even to
Um,
the sake of saying it was resemblance, right? Family
yeah.
resemblance. Even if
Mm-hmm.
we played on Daddy, there was no matching color. I mean, I
Yes,
think
that is
Daddy
the
had
critique
maybe
that
some
they
kind
got.
of pink in
Yeah.
their graffiti, but it was a whole. You were worried about you. They were
Mm.
worried about them. So
Yeah. So I think that Arita would have been safe in my opinion, and that it should have been Godiva and Luminous lip syncing.
I unfortunately agree.
You
Not to
know,
offend, but
yeah. I mean, that's the point of the intro. It's like we talk all the tea. We talk all the tea, and it's nothing personal at all. It's just that's just kind of how we saw the night going,
right.
and it was such a shock to see Arita in the bottom two. Um, but those were the bottoms.
Yeah.
As Godiva says, those were the bottom bitches.
Oh,
Which shout out to Jocelyn's Cabaret for that. Bottom
yes.
bitches all the way. Hey. Sad face. Sad face. Unfortunately, there was an expulsion.
There was.
There was. Arita and Luminous went at it. Luminous was very prepared with props, gags, and different little things and nuances that sold the entire performance. I will say though, Luminous as your coach, I noticed that there were a few words that you were missing. It could have been the adrenaline. It could have been that. I know that there were, like, we spoke about, memorizing lyrics and all of that, and but I did notice that. So just work on lyrics. Everyone
I was
work on
gonna say
lyrics
across the board.
across the
I don't
board.
think either of them
Oh yeah, you're
had
right.
every lyric.
Yes, you're
I
right.
don't think everybody had every lyric. So,
I think so far throughout the three lip syncs that we've had, not everyone has known the words.
ooh, that is a shame,
So,
shame, shame.
and as talented as everyone is, and all the amazing work that people have been bringing, I would have expected for y'all to
Yeah,
really know the words, because y'all are so prepared for the
yeah.
challenges. What about the lip syncs? Don't forget about the lip syncs.
It's not about the flips and tricks and dips if you don't know your words.
Exactly.
It
Exactly.
means nada.
Hmm. But yes, with that being said, Luminous stayed, and Arita Bell had to be expelled. Both AJ and I were like,
Yeah, it was still it was still an
It
odd turn of
burned.
events,
It
'cause I did
burned.
not think that should have been how it happened.
I
The chips fell
agree.
where they may, not in my mouth,
Right.
so
I mean, hey.
which is where most chips should go.
What kind of
But
chips are we talking about? Are we
salt
talking
and
like
vinegar,
salt and
kettle
vinegar?
cooked. Let's talk
Oh
about
my gosh.
munchies.
Yes, I love
See,
munchies.
let's keep it PG. 13,
14, maybe 14. Maybe 14.
PG 18 the way you're winking.
Ah! That was like a PG-30 wink right there.
For
Okay, so yes, Arita Bell
But yeah,
was
so
expelled,
she was.
and immediately that night, AJ Quinn West decided to adopt Arita Bell. So Arita Bell West is now
Es tu
part of.
Sabrina.
Yeah, she's my niecey, and I told her backstage, I was like, listen, now that I'm your auntie, it means that I can actually be really hard on you.
Oh.
I was like, if you think AJ is hard, just wait.
Like a bull.
I'm a Virgo rising. I will
You got those.
get you.
Very good.
Question for you. Where can the audience see you next? What is upcoming for Isaac Ismael?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so not that much recent or upcoming that soon, and I have a couple dates out in May. I'll be at Kevin's, Bosco's coming up, but more importantly, I'm very excited for Pride coming up in June.
Yes.
Myself and the Ohio Red Ribbon Court will be hosting at the gazebo from 2 to 4 out there.
Perfect.
One of the main ones, like, So, but it was actually where everybody had applied through Stonewall Columbus. So, we're majority of you all. So, I'm very, very excited to be a part of that. In July is my prelim for Ohio America. Yes. I'm announcing that right now.
Okay, you better.
And that, of course, is in hopes to becoming your next Mr. Gay America in October in Las Vegas, the first week in October.
Yes, so you're going to be in
October,
Vegas?
Vegas again for the third time. It's October 2nd through the 6th, which also contains the 3rd in it. So I'm telling you, 3 is just popping up like...
The 3 is the number.
Yeah. I actually hope to be your contestant number 3, which is never something that I do.
You
the fact
get
that,
contestant number 3.
Well, we get to pick actually ours. They do us gentlemen very nicely. They usually do a drawing where they'll draw our names,
right,
and then we get to request our number. So
I hope you get 3.
as long as nobody picks it before me.
3. Cross your fingers and your toes.
So
yes, and everything else you can cross.
Ooh.
Like your eyes. Yeah, I can't do it. I tried. Yeah. Hold on.
You're doing it.
Am I? Wow, Isaac.
It's okay.
So Isaac.
See, mama.
Ooh. Where can the audience find you on the socials of the medias?
Okay, so I am on Facebook majorly.
Okay.
Isaac Ismael. Ishmael is with no H. It's technically pronounced
Ismael.
Ismael.
Uh-huh.
Isaac Ismael. Isaac Ishmael.
Yeah.
So that is my name. On Facebook, on Instagram,
Okay.
I am _Ivory Teddy.
Okay.
It was college.
Okay. Were you going through a phase?
I mean, I'm still in it. So. Ivory Teddy he'll stand.
Uh-huh.
And on Snapchat, I am the _ Ismael 1991.
Ooh, you better age yourself.
Aging myself, kids. But,
There you go.
you know.
Okay. Now, what about Cash App and Venmo? I mean, you never know. Hey.
I mean, first of all, we got to talk the moo money.
Yes, because we're into pageant. Well, he's
Speaking
into
of
pageantry.
Isn't there a check here I'm supposed to sign?
A check. Ooh.
You saw the way she. Wait a minute. Cut the camera. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh wait. Oh, we're not getting paid for this? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Because I'm not getting paid either. So, what's your Cash App and Venmo?
No. So, Cash App is $ Isaac Ismael, ISAAC ISMAEL.
Perfect.
And Venmo is at Isaac-Ishmael. PayPal, I believe, is the same.
Okay, work.
Yeah.
So make sure to send Isaac Ismael or Isaac Ismael. Isaac Ismael.
Isaac
Ismael. Some dinero.
You say it so well, I love it.
Isaac Ismael. Hold on. Isaac Ismael. Ooh. There you go. Wait.
That was great.
That was... Okay, so that's where you can find them, folks. That's where you can find them. We have reached the segment of the show in which I ask you a fun question.
Ooh, dun, dun, dun.
It may require you to think a little bit. So put on your thinking cap. What is your favorite Halloween costume from your childhood?
I laugh instantly because I could think of the exact opposite answer to that question. What was my least favorite?
Okay. Well, then let's learn both. What is your least favorite and what was your favorite?
So my least favorite was growing up in a very religious household. We dressed up as biblical characters.
Shut up!
and,
Really?
And went to Harvest Fest. Now, I don't know if you know or if you've seen appropriate adaptations of biblical clothing. It's not very much. So, a pillowcase and a sheet were what we would have adorned upon the head.
Oh.
And, you know, yeah.
So that was your least favorite?
With some potpourri. We were the, you know, incense.
That was great.
Proper upbringing, kids. Proper upbringing. It leads to this. So.
Now, what about your favorite? What was your favorite?
One of my favorites, which is still one of my favorite characters, was Marvin the Martian.
Oh,
As a
yeah.
kid, we had the whole little mask and setup. It was one of the plastic masks, so very super cheesy, where it was just, you know, 100% cotton costume, plastic cheesy mask.
Right.
But I was Marvin the Martian, and I loved it. He was like, I just loved it. Loved him. Still do to this day.
Oh.
So, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Now, at what age did you stop trick-or-treating?
That was like very early because, you know, we were still doing the mostly harvest school or harvest fest and things of that nature. So,
okay.
Yeah. My parents were very like, no, not real. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I know. So
Hey,
harsh. But
it
again,
happens.
kids, it leads to this. So
Hey.
they did something
Triple title
right.
holder. Talented singer. Great dancer. Hey,
Hey.
so why not?
They're all laughing at you, Carrie. No, I'm
They're
just
all
kidding.
gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna laugh at you. I got you. We unfortunately have reached the end of our show.
Oh, no.
I know. I hope you were having
Boo.
fun.
I've had an amazing time. I've had a blast, so definitely.
I I love doing the Dean's Room because it's just so much fun. Like at the end of the night, it's like I don't want it to end because it's
Right.
just like we're literally just drinking, chilling, talking shit, smoking, and just having fun, and that's what it's all about with the Dean's Room.
Right.
So I just want to thank you so
Oh,
much. So much, so much, so much, so much for being here, one, and for going to watch the episode and just giving us all of your real opinions and just being you,
no. Thank
Like
you so much.
I truly appreciate you.
Thank you so much for having me. So it really means a lot. Yeah, it really means a lot just validating me. Of course, as a male entertainer, like you said, you were looking to incorporate everything in any way that you can,
Yeah.
and you're doing it. And I thoroughly enjoy it. I thoroughly enjoy, like I said, seeing a full venue on a Monday night.
Monday night, y'all.
You don't see that in Columbus, you guys. I don't think you understand that. To have a full LGBTQ plus open venue packed on a Monday night, and you're doing that exemplary. And
Thank you.
I implore, and love you for it.
Thank
So
you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
watch out, y'all.
We put a lot of work. Like that's all it
It
takes. Like
shows. It really, really shows. And the kids are taken from it. They're utilizing it to their advantages, and then some, bringing in all this new age creativity. And it's
exactly.
like,
It's yeah. It's such a passion project. Like you have no idea how
it
passionate
shows.
I am about Drag Master and working with AJ and just really making our dreams kind of come true, because we really didn't have this. So being able to provide something like this to up and coming is
Right.
just kind of like we want to do it the right way because we know what it's like to not have support. We
Right.
know what it's like to not have help. So it's like we truly are there for every single contestant. Any little thing, we're like, I got you.
Right.
I
I
am here to
know
help
the
you.
resource, even if I
Yes,
don't know it
yes,
myself.
yes, exactly.
If
Even
I don't know it,
I
I
will,
know
I will
somebody who
point you in the
does.
right direction. We'll figure it out. And that's how me and AJ cooperate, and that's how we work, and all of that with Drag Master.
I
So
love that.
it's gonna keep on coming. It's gonna keep on getting bigger, and I promise. Next season, I will make sure there are tables for all of my Dean's Room guests.
Well, maybe we can have me as a judge next season.
I actually was thinking about that too, of having you as a judge for next season. So, yeah.
I like to be judged, which means I judge others well.
Yeah, don't we all? Hmm. I mean, if we're all a little queer,
I was
we're all a
like,
little.
top 3 here. No. That's the guavacita.
It's the guavacita, not the
That
mangosita.
is
The guavacita.
the guavacita.
Mm.
She's smooth and spicy.
Oh, yeah. But yeah. Hold on.
Finished. Finish her. No.
Finish her.
The
And
cup
you
is
just
just
go-
sitting here like, ooh,
Literally
ooh.
Come on.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Okay. So that was our show. That was the Dean's Room. It was so much fun. It was great having
It
you.
was.
I appreciate getting to know you more, and I also just want to thank you for being here. And I cannot wait to see what comes up for you, especially with your titles and going again for America. Like, I'm so ready. I'm so ready to just see you take over the world.
Thank
Because
you.
I know you will. Okay?
Stop.
So, once again, everyone, follow Isaac Ishmael / Isaac Ismael on all socials of medias, on all books of faces, on all grams of instas. You know, of all ers of Twitters or something. I don't know.
No,
It kind of
Twitter.
worked. It didn't work. No Twitter. No.
Que viejo.
Nobody uses Twitter anymore?
No, me.
Oh, okay. Oh, you. Okay. Yeah. You owe.
I'm old, y'all.
With that being said, y'all have a wonderful rest of your night or evening, day, morning, whenever you're watching this. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for watching. We love you. Goodbye.